I slept. I made sure that I find a way through a cloud of haze. Every day I wept, found how to live through all them cloudy days. You know the mind's a maze with all its mixtures. It's always hard to get the entire scope of the picture. 1080p, that's you other busters, yeah, obsolete. Can't fuck with me, excuse my French, but I'm not discreet. I wear my heart on my sleeve, but I've learned my lesson. I learned 1996 birth, one of the greatest weapons untold. I'm destined to reach heights thought I could never see, but foolish thoughts rampage my heart and let me not reach the peaks that's entrusted to me. My belief shatter of past actions. I grieve, but grievance never really matter. It's how I choose to act differently in the coming battles to overcome my limitations and get out my shadow. But it's hard to wade in this water where it was never shallow. Fuck it, let me get the paddles. Fuck that now, let me get this castle. Fuck that now, let me get this battle.
We're live.
Oh, we are?
Oh.
Oh, my bad. What it do, everybody? What's good? Squad Nero back up in this thing. It's your boy Sage back at it again with my brother, and as always, we got T Smooth, Chronicles Quarter, and Chef D up in this thing again. Episode 89. After the Thanksgiving holidays, hope y'all had a great Thanksgiving. How was y'all's Thanksgiving this year?
It was good.
Crazy, a little crazy. Yo, that snowstorm. So like, all right, if you look like, all right, this is something that I had to really consciously put my mind to understanding. We are from, for our viewers out there, we are from the Western New York area, and when you are from the Western New York area, specifically up near the Niagara region, you are told that when it snows, it impacts what we refer to as the South Towns. We hear this our whole lives. Our whole lives. For some reason, I moved to the South Towns and thought that it didn't apply to me.
Oh, no.
So I ended up driving home in the middle of that storm, like that lake effect snowstorm that happened on Thursday and Friday. And we was like, this ain't gonna be bad. This ain't gonna be anything. Yo, it's bad. I learned, but my lesson learned. It was complete. Like you couldn't see in front of you or anything. I was very worried that because like it was so bad. I was like, yo, if we crash, can anybody even find us? Like, it's that bad. It was that bad. And I'm like, oh, man. But we got back safely. We were able to enjoy family, see everybody up in the Niagara region. I don't know if we're supposed to tell people exactly where we're from. That's why I keep calling it that. But, yeah, saw all the family, saw everything went well. But that was my journey highlight this weekend.
That's good to hear. Everybody else?
Mine was home. I just went to Dallas and saw my mom and my aunt, my sister, and some cousins from my dad's side. So everybody's in good spirits.
That's good to hear.
Good. Always good to hear that.
I come to the conclusion that when I talk smack or when I try and line it up where someone's supposed to hold it down for me, they don't hold it down for me. But other than that, it was a good week, a good weekend.
What's Sage do?
This man let my little cousin put 40 points up him in Madden. Even though he won, he let that man put 40 points up. You're not supposed to do that. They talk that smack, you don't let them score not 1 point. 21 skunk.
Sage, any rebuttal?
I still got the W. I don't have to have a rebuttal.
I hear
still got
that.
the dub. And it was more than multiple points, too. So, it's not act like...
Still 40 points. You could.
Okay. In the garbage.
Like, it ain't that you won, it's that you ain't win well enough.
Thank you.
Like, bro,
Right.
what? I was spanking that nigga the entire time that I was playing. Like, what more do you want me to do? Alright, nonetheless. It was pretty cool this year. I don't know. It felt a little different, but it was still cool nonetheless. Glad to see all my family and everything. Glad to see everybody was doing good. Ready for this cold weather to fucking stop. That's what I'm ready for.
Yeah, that happened.
Nonetheless, let's get right into this. Is there any topic that anybody wants to talk about?
Why don't y'all go ahead and talk about Absolute
Fresh.
Batman since I haven't been up on it. So
Yes.
go ahead and start hitting with
news-
that.
A new issue for DCKO and Absolute Batman, and I'm pretty sure a myriad of other Absolute comic series dropped recently this past week. We had the pleasure of reading, or most of us had the pleasure of reading Absolute Batman 14, in which they are doing the finale for the Batman versus Bane fight. Or I don't know what you want to call it, arc, I guess. The Bane arc. The finale for it. And no spoilers, because this is a new comic. We don't want to ruin it for y'all. But I'm not gonna lie, Absolute Batman is really ingrained in itself in like the top echelons of comic books. I'm not even gonna lie. I might be getting a recency bias, but I'm getting that type of feeling off of this, where we clamoring. Like this is like when manga is at the tip of the top, like Jujutsu Kaisen or Fire Force or a One Piece or anything like that. Folks is clamoring for the next time the Absolute Batman drops or the Absolute Superman or the Absolute Green Lantern. But how y'all feel about it?
For what I've seen, from what I've read so far, because I'm not up to date, I'm really enjoying it. So I should be caught up by Christmas. Because due to me reading multiple comics and manga and trying to catch up on Godfather Harlem, it's kind of hard for me to like sit still and like just read that straight through. But so far, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, I would say I'm really enjoying it. Like, it's just kind of crazy the dynamic between him and his Rogues Gallery from the main universe. How that's kind of his Bat family. So what, 2 or 3 issues ago, we saw what Bane did to everybody as to why they became, you know, like Two-Face or the Penguin or the Riddler. So that was pretty dope how we saw that, and then seeing how they're actually still working with Batman, even Catwoman and Harley Quinn, and what they're doing, and how they took Bane down. I thought that was just fire. But the thing that intrigues me most is like they don't really trust Alfred still. Like they don't really let him in on too much. So it's like there's just so much going on where Bruce is like, these are my childhood friends. Like this is the plan we have. Granted, we've all been mad at each other. They're mad at me for being Batman, and I'm still mad at what Bane did to them. They still holding each other down. So it's kind of like some true teamwork that's going down. But other than that, I really enjoyed the issues that have come out so far.
Yeah, I thought that this one was really nice because when we usually Absolute Batman in general has just been really, really well done. But when we think about Batman just in general, you know, one of the things that always comes up with him is, you know, Batman with prep time can beat anybody. And like, it's always kind of thinking about him in that regard on like a individual level. But it was nice for this Absolute Batman in this comic specifically for him to have that same prep time that we are accustomed to the character having, but for it to not be just something that involves him, it also involves this Bat family, but also like rogues. It's really cool. It's just different. It's not what we typically get with Batman. I really do enjoy it. You know what I really like about it is it feels like the Absolute Batman feels like it almost reads like a movie. Where it's like I genuinely feel like I'm watching a movie when I'm reading it, and I'm like, I appreciate just how smooth everything kind of transitions into each other. The ending is perfect. It kind of is where that thought comes from in the first place. Is that entire ending felt like it felt like a movie to me. The little monologue that even came from this Joker, I was glad to get that because we really don't know that much about the Absolute Joker at this current point, but he is like, I don't know what he is. It's just not the Joker that I'm used to. I don't know what to expect with this guy. Like, I know he still should have all of the same craziness, that he's had. But like, I don't know what this guy is though. Like, I don't know. Is he like, is it like a religious fanatic? Is it like what is he? I don't. It's just different. I'm still kind of learning. I mean, again, we don't really have that much on him, so I'm still kind of learning. But I do appreciate how just different everything is. How all of the characters are kind of laid out. How his Bat family isn't a traditional Bat family. Do you think we'll see the traditional Bat family members in Absolute Batman?
Somebody brought up a very good idea of having Harley Quinn being this universe's Robin.
Yeah, because
But it's
showed
still
don't
like
do that to me.
Rogues.
Dick Grayson was an EMT, and then they was like, the Batman strikes again, this and this, and then he only had like one line. He was like, "Fucking Batman," but it was like one in like disgust,
Mm,
because he probably the one cleaned up after the nigga, so he's probably like, "Oh my god, this nigga's back."
yeah. It's very, and I mean, this Batman appears to be a little bit younger too, so you can kind of get away with it if this kind of rogues gallery that we get is his actual Bat family. But like, yeah, it's just everything about it is just so it's refreshing. It's a new take on a character in a way that you don't necessarily hate. Um, yeah, I like it. I'm excited. Is the next chapter Joker? Does that start the Joker arc?
Yeah, the next one is
Oh man.
talks about the Joker arc, and I forgot to mention that in 14. I think because Scott Snyder even said this Joker is probably the most evil characters he's ever written before. And just that last panel, we get a glimpse
Yeah.
of what he's capable of, and it's like, okay, he's able to do this. It's like I already know like that, and that's just for somebody who failed at the job they were supposed to do with him. Imagine what he's planning to do to Batman or whoever comes in his way.
Right. And he's like, not to give you out too much into the greater story in the Absolute Universe, but he's like one of the most, if not the most pivotal tool for Darkseid in this universe that he created, basically. Like, he's the person finding out all the backgrounds or the atoms that make up this universe, or the components that make up this universe that makes it thrive and makes it interact in the specific way that it does.
Yeah, the
And the
backstory
fact-
to that, I can't wait
Yeah.
to hear more about.
And the fact that we've seen just quick panels. Like, this is what I love about this comic series. It's able to do a lot because they're able to, just like now you brought it up, change paces very quickly. They're able to give you a lot of information within one chapter and not make it feel like they're doing an information dump, even though they're doing an information dump. There was a quick panel where we seen Joker in his actual state, or at least somewhat in his actual state, with the babies and everything, using the babies to revitalize himself. Like, just off that alone is crazy as fuck in comparison to the old Joker.
Yeah, it's like, what is, and the fact that, to D's point, Scott Snyder said this is the worst villain, and it's like we already kind of look at the Joker as being something akin to that. And so in this version isn't like the maniac clown jokester version. Like, this is just like a evil, like it's like a evil guy, and it's gonna be worse than even the main. Because I imagine Scott Snyder has done. Maybe he hasn't. Maybe I'm assuming, and I shouldn't be.
So I got a question. In regards to this Absolute Universe, does Scott Snyder, I understand he doesn't write it, but does he have like some type of, like, not say so, but like some extra, like he helps them out with some of these characters?
Yeah,
the
I
writers?
think he
it's him
does
and
for
somebody
Batman.
else. I think it's him and somebody else that overall.
It's Al Ewing, the guy that's writing Green
Al
Lantern
Ewing,
right now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, okay. That's
They
really dope.
are ahead of
Oversee it.
everything.
Yeah, but Scott
Yeah.
Snyder, I don't know if y'all follow him on Twitter, but just the way he, things that he says politically, and you know how he looks at the elites, especially like in Hollywood. That Joker is like a parallel to like shit that we see, like, when the dark web and the Pizzagate stuff was popping, like that adrenochrome shit. You know what I'm talking about? And like
Yeah.
how they're like it's just Joker is a very elite person, to the point where it's like even writing his character ain't shit funny about him. It's like this evil isn't even
Yeah.
something you can laugh at because it's like this is somebody who could possibly, not saying like in the real world somebody's doing everything he's doing, but it's like, yo, this is how twisted and evil some people actually are, and they believe that they're doing things for the greater good just for their own understanding. So yeah, this Joker is definitely representation of that, because it's like the other Joker, the clown guns and the toy guns and everything, he's kind of like the Mask in a sense, but this one is like, damn, like what if one of these billionaires, CEO billionaires, was like, didn't have powers, but like if they were like an actual demon,
That would
Yeah.
be scary. on
That's
so
what
many
makes it
levels.
so crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing about it is like, what would you be more afraid of? If to that point, would you be more afraid of a Joker who, as D puts it, wears the mask, or would you be more afraid of a Joker who didn't wear a mask, and that's just who he was, and he had the resources to see everything about him through? That's terrifying. That is. It's like, yo, it's great. I love the fact that they had the breakdown, because you see how everyone else, in regards, not just with Batman, but just in the absolute universe, we see how like modified and exaggerated in certain ways a lot of the villains are. And then you get the Joker, who you just would assume, not to say that he doesn't have that, because we've all seen the art when he's in like his Joker form, but like getting away from, like when you get away from the actual like exaggerated to the character's personal nature. Give you an example, what we seen with like Hawkman. Like it's an exaggeration of Hawkman to the actual aesthetic and everything of the character, as well as that what it seems like is the character's personality and motives and thinking. Martian Manhunter, same thing. It's like it's different. The exaggeration occurs not just physical but mental. With Joker, it's like that is the case, but it's also, it's done in a way where it's not, you could almost say that the main DC Universe's Joker is the exaggeration, or expresses more exaggeration in this case than this Joker does. But it's one of those things where they wrote it in a way where it really is more terrifying, and it's able to be expressed that way. That like, yo, what is this dude thinking? Yo, he did what? He researched. He the one who actually, to Sage's point, he got to the root of the universe. Who is this guy? That's not what main joke. That's not what main universe Joker's character was even on or about. Like, if he stumbled upon something like that, it was looked at more so like, okay, how do I spin this in my favor? That's fine. But like this Joker, it's like, nah, like this dude is detailed. He investigating. He like he got a committee for a scientist or whatever, asking deeper questions about the world. Like, bro, what? And this is the Joker? Yeah. That's all I got though. And that's the scariest part. He got the money, bro.
Yes.
And they find a way to make prototypical villains from the regular DC universe to just have them stick out just a little bit more. What would make Joker more crazy? What it reminds me of is the Arkham series, when Joker took the serum and actually became like a monster. That's why that's what it's given off. But they've done it in a way where it's like visually appealing at the same time. Like if Joker turns into a monster, this is exactly what he would look like. Like they took their time with it, and I'm pretty sure
And it's all intertwined with the venom that Bane has. It's not like it's, okay, you got the acne factory spill Joker serum. You don't have, and then on top of that, you got Bane's venom. It's like they were able to see that, okay, well, Bane's venom posed a more the actual, just specifically the venom, not what it made the person, but the serum itself is, there's more depth behind Bane's venom. So why not why not have both of their kind of transformations be tied to the same process, something dude, it's really like I don't there's not enough that I could say about what Scott Snyder and whoever else, if you said it's Ewing, has been working on in regards to this. I can't say enough about how just incredible they've been. It's amazing.
Crazy
Did y'all see the
prediction. Oh my
Oh, go ahead,
bad, man.
Rob.
I just had a thought real quick.
Mhm.
What if that venom that Joker and Bane have been using, and we know, spoiler alert too, if you haven't been reading it, tap off right now, real quick. Thumbs down. Spoiler alert. If you haven't been reading it, Joker found out that the anti-life equation was like essential for the universe that they're in right now. Basically because Darkseid ended up creating this universe. Like I said before. What if that venom, there's bits and pieces of those atoms per se, or the anti-life equation that helps make that venom become what it is? So what if this whole time Joker has been ingratiating himself in the anti-life equation, and that's why he keeps having to use babies in order to sustain himself, and that's why he also has a monetary what's the word, position in the world that dictates that he has like supreme power over a plethora of organizations, people, governments, what have you.
Yeah, that would be dope. That would be a good explanation too, though, because like Niall said, how the hell did this Joker get this? But then him using like you say an anti-life and then having to draw, the energy from babies and things like that, and then how it ties into the Venom. That would make a lot of sense because we have never seen Bane's Venom do no shit like this.
Yeah, never.
Like the
Never.
nigga was
No.
regrowing eyeballs, and not even that, but I forgot
Yeah,
what the
bro.
medical term is, but he was growing like eyes and teeth on his arms as he was getting bigger, and like his regeneration was crazy to the point where it was like, I don't know, like this is not just regular Venom. Like they said he can use more of his brain or whatever, more of his faculty, but it's like that was definitely something that's like otherworldly in a sense.
He was
So the
already huge as
idea
shit.
of him getting more intelligence, that actually is something that if I'm not mistaken, that was something that was discussed with Bane in the original, like the main universe. When how he was able to discover Batman's identity as fast as he did. So like that part, there has been hints, at least. Maybe it hasn't been uh directly said like it has been in the absolute universe, but it has been hinted towards before. But to your point, to the extent that they explain it and they emphasize it with this Bane, no, not even that element is like, all right, everything is different with this Venom. And then again, to your point, all of this coming from the Joker
Yeah.
and what the Joker's done, bro. What?
It's crazy, man. And DC has done the smart thing and actually understood. A lot of people seem interested in this universe. Let's keep it going. Not to send any shots, but yes, to send shots at Marvel because for whatever reason, y'all are cooking one of the best series that y'all have had in a while in the Ultimate Universe. Please just say no and just keep going. Please. Just have Jonathan Hickman just keep going after this Ultimate Endgame event. Please. Nonetheless, did y'all have anything else about Absolute Batman?
I just have one thing about Absolute Superman. The artwork they showing him fighting the Absolute Hawkman,
Mhm.
which is kind of crazy because it's people saying that this Hawkman, the way that we saw him, he's kind of like an undead, like he used a Lazarus pit or something. So he's kind of like the absolute evil, like the absolute Justice League, like their flunky, like a hound dog, so to speak. So he's clearly working with Ra's al Ghul, and I guess that's how we see the absolute Justice League working together. Like Joker's like we can just rely on each other or something. So when Superman is fighting Ra's al Ghul, maybe I mean, clearly he's gonna have to call Hawkman, but I just thought that was a interesting piece of artwork that they showed.
Also, very quickly, I think I saw something on Twitter where Scott Snyder talked about they're not having all of these superheroes link up until the absolute superheroes link up until fall 2026.
Jeez.
So yeah, they said they wanted to build up their own individual
Dang.
universes, which I kind of like. Which I kind of like because it gives a lot of the characters.
Yeah,
a
I'm not mad
backstory.
at it.
And then now it's a lot easier to bring in other people if they want to do a Green Arrow or a fucking I don't know anybody else per se.
Green
But,
Arrow.
yeah, allegedly I think I saw something on Twitter about a Green Arrow, and I'm thinking somebody else might take up the mantle
Roy dude.
for.
Oh, like Roy Harper.
Yeah, Roy
Yeah,
Harper.
for what's his Oliver, because we obviously know. I don't know if he was killed or
Yeah.
not though. They kind of left that, and spoiler alert, I'm sorry. They kind of left that open ended. I don't know if he was actually killed, but how they're all
That
moving,
nigga
how
is
Joker is
dead.
moving, I would figure that nigga is dead as well. I would figure that nigga is dead as well. All right, if you haven't tapped into it yet, please tap into the Absolute series from DC. Please show your love. Buy it at your local comic book store. They don't cost that much, probably like $5 an issue, $5 to $10 an issue, depending on what issue you're getting. Man, tap into it. Yes, yeah, tap into it. See if they got any deals or anything for Cyber Monday. I don't fucking know. Just tap into it, please. Nonetheless, we got the numbers for Zootopia coming out. Does anybody have the exact figures? Oh, wait, is it on here?
Let me see if I can get it.
Saturday. Zootopia 2.
You talking about the box office numbers?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I got a link on there for you.
Currently grossing at 556 million worldwide after 5 days of Thanksgiving weekend debut.
Is Zootopia 2 Disney?
Yep.
Is it?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, Disney.
Wow.
So so far the film earned 156 mil in U.S. and Canada, contributed 400.4 million internationally, with a particularly strong opening of 272 million in China.
The animated movies, yo. I don't know what it is, but right now, animated movies on a wide scale are just doing numbers.
Did so well. It was a good movie, and
yeah, but
it was. But damn, like this.
Zootopia 2, like, because the first one did so well, people were ready
It was
for the
really,
second one.
yeah, it was anticipated.
When did the first one drop though? I thought it was. When did I go see that?
I'll tell you, Zootopia 1 released 2016. 2016 is the first.
Yeah, so it's
So
10
a
years ago.
9-year wait.
Yep.
And this joint got this much hype?
Well, it's like the Incredibles. Incredibles 1 came out 2004. Incredibles 2 came out 2018. Incredibles 3 came out.
It ain't come out yet.
Oh, my bad. Incredibles 2 came. Apparently, they're
Incredibles
anticipating.
2 was trash though. Well, it wasn't as good as the first.
It wasn't as good as the first one.
They had my boy Frozone in that thing, did they?
Yeah, they did, but it wasn't like he had like a Hawkeye role. He was like,
oh, whoa,
bro, you didn't watch Incredibles 2 yet, Sage?
Nope.
Wow.
Nope.
Well, my thing is this: the best scene in that was the whole daggone raccoon Jack scene. I died in that theater laughing, and everybody looking at me like I'm crazy.
I can see that.
The way, but it, like literally, it's in that moment that you see Jack and the raccoon going back and forth, and once that raccoon gets tied up and Jack turns into like the like a fire starter.
Yeah.
Yo, that raccoon's eyes, yo.
If I was in T's theater, I would have nudged him and be like, "Damn, nigga, let the kids have fun too."
Do you think I? Do you think I really?
Yeah, you wasn't expecting that one, was you? Yeah, got to keep you on your toes. Nigga want to talk shit earlier. He let him drop 40 points.
Yeah, you let him drop 40 points.
Continue though. Continue.
But I really like literally the fight scene between the raccoon and Jack was probably the best scene out the whole movie. I hate to say it. Like everything was cool. Everything you want to say all that?
Absolutely
not. Then what was the best scene?
Frozone fighting off the other heroes to save the kids.
But that's Just
Damn.
any superhero scene. The Jack raccoon scene was something you never expected.
This nigga here.
Not rocking with that. That shit was not over Frozone scene. But yeah, I'm just kind of shocked that this movie was released. The first one was released 9 years ago, and the box office is like this for the second one. It's like, dang, what were we? We were in college 9 years ago, right? So I guess it makes sense.
Yeah.
The big
It's a
bad
movie we all saw in
Spider-Man break.
college, and now people our age have children, have families. So like, oh, let me take my kids to see this. But damn, $500 million in 5 days.
Yeah.
We about to see superhero movies animated from here on out. Watch.
Yep. I wouldn't be surprised. And it's cheaper
Yo,
too. In the
so
long run.
Facts.
if I'm looking at it, because I mean, if this did that in one day, right, it's safe to say it's gonna probably bounce up to like top 5 or 6, right?
All time.
That's probably fair to say. So within the next 2 weeks, the top 3 out of the 6 top movies in terms of box office numbers will have been animated.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
That's
What are the other
crazy. Half the movies. Neza 2.
Oh yeah.
Neza 2 went stupid. That almost hit $2 billion worldwide. That's insane. And the thing is that it was only got 20 million world domestically, and worldwide it's at 1.9 billion. That's like, I don't even know what to say to that. The second 62 million is currently at 5th place for box office releases. And then I'm anticipating that Zootopia is going to probably end up jumping How to Train Your Dragon, which has 636 million and some change.
Sounds about right.
It
This is already at 556 in opening weekend. Yeah. So even if Zootopia kind of skips Demon Slayer, which is definitely possible, it's still, the top 6 would still contain 3 animated movies. And then the only live action movies are Lilo and Stitch, the Minecraft movie, and Jurassic World Rebirth in the top 6 for box offices. The ones that don't have like a child theme or an animation or like a fantasy type aesthetic to it is in the top 10 at least, is Mission Impossible and F1.
Damn.
F1 was a pretty good movie, man. I keep hearing it.
That's, dude, I don't know. I mean, what I will say that does kind of suck is that with the Zootopia push upward, it's gonna put Superman at like 9 out of 10, possibly 10 out of like the 10th highest grossing. And then after that would be Fantastic Four, First Steps, in just terms of superhero movies. Fantastic Four would be at like 11, maybe 12. Captain America Brave New World somewhere around 12 or 13 after Zootopia's run. And then Thunderbolts would be somewhere between like 16 and 17. And it's like, dang, dude, like I still do feel like these movies, in terms of what Marvel came out with and what DC had, was not a bad showing this year. I still feel that way. But like, D, you bring this point up to me all the time, is like, when you look at these Superman numbers and you look at these Superman numbers in comparison to other Superman movies that's come out, this don't.
Wasn't this the
It
highest
ain't hit.
Superman?
No, it didn't beat.
No, not at 616. I know for a fact without even looking that up. Not at all.
But I think it's really like, when you look at movies like a Zootopia or something, they ain't always saving the world. Each superhero movie we see is some high stakes shit. Unless it's like some Deadpool Wolverine joint or a Deadpool movie, you like, damn, okay, this nigga got to save the whole city by himself, the whole country. This team got to face an intergalactic threat that's gonna end all existence. It's like, okay, like we know the same exact shit gonna happen. Like, cool, just different characters. But I guess these animated movies, I mean, you look at something like Kung Fu Panda, something like that was different. You look at the first Zootopia, that too was different. It's like, damn, I think people just want a breath of fresh air, especially for kids too. They probably tired of the same shit.
Animated is gonna rule the
This
world.
is not it.
Oh,
What the
for
hell
sure.
is Lazat?
Yeah, I'm hoping that DC and Marvel look at this and say we need to make a stronger push at animated like movies. I would
They-
appreciate that from both
Have
studios.
y'all seen the
First thing.
Superman Hulk joints on YouTube?
The
Mhm.
verses.
The
I know what you're
Superman
talking
versus Hulk
about.
by Mike Habjan that came out when we was like in high
Yeah.
school, bro.
I can't remember
Yes.
now.
Yep.
All right, so it's Rob. The artist has created an animated version of Superman and Hulk that look like their classic characters. One looks like Christopher Reeves. Well, Superman looks like Christopher Reeves, and Hulk looks like Lou Ferrigno. Bruh, the last video dropped, I believe, 7 or 8 years ago, and it has like over 100 million views. And I'm like, yo, if one of these studios was smart, they would have been put out a Justice League movie with like a Christopher Reeve, Adam West, Linda Carter style animation or CGI, something like that. Like if you have the time, I'll send you the link. I'll send it in the chat. But bro, like the animation on the rise, like we're seeing with these movies coming out now,
Mhm.
I think studios would be wise to at least put out one movie to test it. Let's see.
They've had so many things that have proven it to them. I feel like the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse not only did it set a standard for animated comic book movies, but it just set a standard for animation, period. Like you look at Demon Slayer, it broke records that was held by Pokemon for 25 years, and it broke that after 25 years, something that had not been done. And again, Neza is another proof. This is a domestically in China. Neza made 23 million worldwide, or $23 million worldwide. It has 1.9 billion.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like I don't know what you need for proof.
98%.
I
of the
really
box
don't.
office.
It's just like why Paramount is so obsessed with the idea of doing these Sonic movies and Mario movies, because like you look at this Minecraft movie, which is kind of that similar aesthetic, got 957 million. They have proof that aesthetic and that style of movie is successful across various IPs, and that's why like as much as I hate what they doing with TMNT, I'd be lying to you if I said from like the money perspective, I don't understand what they trying to do. Because it's just been too much success with that like Sega verse, that Nintendo verse or whatever is the proper term for it. It's just been way too much success. They like, nah. We could get 1 billion if we just turn these turtles into the same aesthetic that Mario is. It's not what fans want, sure, but
Y'all gonna get this shit.
How to Train Your Dragon, that was probably highly anticipated. That had to be highly anticipated, though. It's just the book was super popular.
Mhm.
I don't know if this being in the top 6 right now at 636 million worldwide really says anything outside of, I just think fans really wanted this. In the same way that Sage was saying that was the case, or yeah, I think it was you, Sage, that was saying that was the case with Zootopia too. It's just people, like fans really, really wanted it. Lilo and Stitch being at 2 with 1 billion. Everybody was waiting for that. Like, regardless of how good it was, it just was something that people were waiting for for years. I don't know. Is it the superhero movie's fault?
No.
Did they do anything wrong, or is it
Animated
just
always got a foothold since Toy Story came out. Animation has just always had a foothold. You have the
Yeah.
opportunity to get two different demographics. You can get the young and the old because the old have to bring the young in order to go
Mhm.
see the movies, and that's why they got
Right.
specific mature jokes that only adults would get
Like in
in those
Shrek.
things. Just like in SpongeBob, just like in all of these animated shows that we grew up watching and everything, or most of them, not all of them, but most of them. They're tailored for both of them.
Hmm.
Um,
Dang, I ain't think about that. You have to buy an
yeah,
old person ticket and a young person ticket if it's
and a young
PG
person
13.
ticket.
Yep.
Lord have mercy.
So
Yeah.
you're
And it's
just off
always
that alone.
usually content that's more geared towards kids. That's why Demon Slayer, like the most impressive one is Demon Slayer,
That is true.
because it's not geared towards kids. It's on the same scale as a Thunderbolts, as an example, in terms of who the cat or who the audience will be, and it had 662 million off of
Mhm.
an adult audience. It's crazy. It's like, even if yes, you're right. For animation, generally we know that it's getting the two sides. It's getting the child and it's getting the adult.
And
But
it was rated
like,
R too.
that is not the case. You can't really say that was the standard for Demon Slayer. And it's
It was
still
rated R?
like, that's
It
insane.
was rated
Yeah, it was
R.
rated
Rated R
R.
movies crazy. 662 million worldwide.
Crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah, that is some upper echelon. But yeah, I mean, they have an opportunity to really do some nice things. Like if at the end of the day James Gunn is still able to keep the reins, his smartest decision would be to authorize a animated absolute universe.
Mm.
And
Oh
that
my
way
gosh.
you can make it the rated R's. This could be obviously because the absolute universe is just crazier than the regular universe. It's wackier, it's bloodier, especially with Batman specifically.
Mhm.
I'm not too familiar with the other ones, but nonetheless, absolute movies that's dropping in tandem with your actual live action type of thing, like that would go crazy. And now you have a better competition with Marvel when it comes to technically because what's it called? Miles Morales, he's still under the umbrella of Marvel. He's still a Marvel superhero. Sony just owns him.
Do you
So
see where it's kind of like a double-edged sword with that though? Is
yeah,
that is a great game plan, but Warner Brothers can't do that right now. So it would have to take the
it depends on
acquisition from whoever
yeah,
buys it.
it depends on what acquisition does it. To be honest with you, how Amazon has been treating Invincible outside of the COVID years and the writer strike, they've
Mhm.
been, I'd say, flawless with their implementation of the story and everything like that. And just in regards to what's his name? Damn, what's the writer's name of Invincible? Jonathan Kirkman.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I
Just
know.
how they work with him in regards to that show and the boys. Just for him to be able to work with Scott Snyder and Al Ewing with the Absolute Universe, like, that would be absolutely
It'd be
beautiful. They
sick. It
they
would
would,
be. It would
eh,
be sick, but there would need to be a lot of money that goes behind it.
yeah, most
As
definitely.
much as I love that, I know for a fact that, like, and then that's the question is, see, and this is where I kind of hate, like, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. The more that I sit with the idea of like the properties being sold at this exact moment, it's like the more I hate it, just because I don't really care whether James Gunn does a great job or not. I think that it just would be like where we're at and everything. It would just be better to let him finish out what he's already started. And then if we don't like it, that's when we kind of start something new.
Mhm.
But if they ask him and they have to put their focus back into figuring out who is going to be the creative lead for live action, I know that they won't even think about animation at that point. Not until they have what direction they want with live action filled.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's where I'm like, just kind of hope. I want him to be a part of whatever happens, but it doesn't look like. I don't know. That doesn't look like it's going. That's really a optimistic thing, a thought to have that he will at least. I don't know. I don't like it because I think you're right. I think right now, like if we was in year 2027, bro, and everything was going smooth with James Gunn, I could see him doing exactly what you're talking about.
True.
No, hell no.
I could.
He would
It
be-
might not
bro,
be
he got-
absolute. It might not be absolute, but I could see him getting more into the animated
Animation.
side. That's the
already
point
technically
that I'm
the
trying to
animated
make.
side, but
Except for
it's gonna
that.
have too much of his influence in there. We see that in every
That
single
is
one of these
true.
projects. So it's like, even if we do animated, we talking about the CEO of DC that had himself animated into a show.
Yeah, bro, it's
The same
crazy.
dude that
There's
his
that.
dog and his brother are in movies. So we talking about him, and we think he about to do justice to an anime. We already know the animated is going to be okay. Is it going to be animated Batman, or is it going to be animated Batman team up movies with a Bat Dog? Because he's only doing team up movies. So how we gonna get a animated Wonder Woman, animated Superman, animated Green
Wish that
Arrow?
he just didn't attach himself to everything. Like if he just was a little less narcissistic, I think that this could work. But it's just you right. There's that element of it where it's kind of like a surprise until you see exactly what happens. I don't know. Yeah, because I mean, like Creatures Commando was good, but everything that you just said is something of concern for you was things that we saw in Creatures Commando as well.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
Hopefully,
But you know, like
whoever-
time.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like time in these movies coming out. What if it was something where he was like, "Yeah, no, I'm on it. Like I see what y'all like. I'm about to just roll with this."
'Cause we see he's
I don't-
capable of that with the movie Brightburn.
right.
Mm-hmm.
But now that he got the
Brightburn
full
fire.
reign, he's like, now that I got that out the way, it's time for me to put my whole family into these shit.
In the movie, it's
My
crazy.
whole childhood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's nuts. But it's fair. It's a fair point.
would quickly just a yes or no? Would Matt Reeves approve of the animated Absolute Universe getting a run in whatever format, whether it be live action or I'm pretty sure it would. I would be guessing it would be animation. Would you think that he would do it more so than a James Gunn would? Yes or no?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I had to have a default answer, yes, but it's not enough data on what he would do.
Yeah,
I
I think
was
it's
about to say
palette
that.
more so.
But at the same time, with him taking as long as it took for a Batman Part 2, he's like, shit, go ahead, animate it, and y'all put out these animated movies. That way, when my live action joints come out, people have something they can just be feasting on.
That's a good
Mm.
point. Because he
So I
would
feel
like,
like-
because
I
you're
feel like
right.
with
He
his
would like his
Batman-
time.
Yeah, with his Batman taking this much time, it's kind of like how you get like. I'm not saying I was excited for Robert Pattinson's Batman, but it's like we see now a Batman movie comes out, like we get like a few Batman movies. We never waited 10 years for another Batman movie or for another Batman. With something like Zootopia, I don't even think Batman got that hype where it would be like, oh, Batman movie coming out this weekend. We ain't seen one in 9 years. We about to do half a bill. Because it's like, okay, you got Robert Pattinson, but we know Batman in live action is not going to be like an animated Batman with that fighting style, with the gadgets he's using, with all the stuff that they do in animated. So I think with an animated Batman, or if he greenlit one, it'd be like, look, you take Absolute Batman, take DCKO Batman, whatever kind of Batman you want, you do that. Then I work on live action just to, make sure the quality of the film is right, make sure the story is right. So I don't know, but
Fair.
I
That
don't
would
think
be, if he
nobody's
were to
waiting
be
for it.
creative lead, I would love that.
Yeah, because I don't think nobody's really like if Matt Reeves' Batman gets canceled, it'll be like, all right, well, James Gunn got a Batman coming out anyway, so there's that.
I
Then
don't
it's
think the
again,
same
if he
people that
even
like-
would stay though.
Yeah, I don't think the same people that like Matt Reeves Batman would like James Gunn version of Batman. That's just me. Though.
I'm already knowing I'm not gonna like his version of Batman,
That's just me.
and I don't even like Matt Reeves' version of Batman.
All I say is this is like, D, you were the one who kind of made me open my eyes to this as well. Like, The Superman movie, it wasn't the highest selling Superman movie ever. It's about to be knocked out of like the top 10 out of the films this year. James Gunn didn't do anything wrong to me with this Superman movie, but if he like put his foot down at the time that these acquisitions are supposed to be completed, I don't think he gonna win, and I don't think they gonna care. And then what happens if we are in another reboot? Like, it just feel like that's dangerous water for DC right now to be in another reboot.
That's why I feel like they selling that shit, because it's like, yo, if we gotta wait for James Gunn said this is Gods and Monsters Part 1. DC, when we were in high school or college, but DC put out a slate. It was Man of Steel 2, Batman, Superman, and by 2020 we were supposed to have a Cyborg movie. It's supposed to be Justice League, Cyborg, Shazam, Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern 1 and 2. It was like a whole slate, and we ain't get none of that. Now we get another DC studio. We get a reboot. James Gunn, DC Gods and Monsters. Video games are gonna be using the same voice actors from the movies.
Yep.
I'm like, okay, that's a bit courageous right there to be doing all of that. You know what I'm saying? It's like then we don't even have a word of a DC video game because they still working on a Wonder Woman script. They still working on a Batman script for James Gunn. It's like, okay, you got Superman, and then all of a sudden, well, Clayface was the script was ready, and I thought it was really good. It's like, but you got a slate in place. Like, why are you letting all of this other stuff come in and just take this spot? Like, just follow what you have written down. So I think whoever takes over DC is gonna be like, look, like if you come out and announce you have a slate, those are the movies you're gonna be putting out. We're not gonna have the public waiting for a Green Lantern movie and you putting out a Riddler movie or a Clayface movie. Like what's the point of that?
Yeah. I don't think that he gonna have as much backing as people are thinking or may be thinking or want by the time this acquisition is complete. And I don't know where that puts the state of his movies and also DC cinematic universe as a whole. Marvel's sitting here just like, no matter what we going through, it ain't gonna be what you going through.
Nope.
It ain't never gonna be what you going through.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Even on our bad years, we're still pulling at 800 mil for Doctor Strange.
And that's just on
Like-
the movie side.
That's on
Yeah,
the movie side. Don't have niggas bring out the figures for the toys.
Exactly.
bro. Yeah, like they. Okay, we had a bad year. Big whoop-de-doo.
I got that Superman whoop-de-doo. But let
Yeah.
me see what that Supergirl do against this Doomsday next year. No, matter of fact,
Let me see if it even comes out.
Let me see if Supergirl even comes up with Spider-Man, nigga. Let's see that. How about that? Mhm.
Can you
Come out,
get
what's
to
next year,
Clayface?
2026?
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, 2026. I'm like, you got Supergirl up against Doomsday. Then you got Man of Tomorrow up against Secret Wars. Like, bro, come on. Marvel ain't worried about this. 'Cause They got
Worried.
two movies.
If
back
you
to
even
back.
get there,
Bro,
if
they
you
got so
even
many
get there,
figurines
I-
coming out.
maybe it's a hot take. I could see there being news that DC is moving on by Clayface, and that might be messed up. That might be messed up for me to say, but I'm sorry. Like, bro, after going through everything that we went through with Zack Snyder and then now being at where we at now, I can't be optimistic unless it's something like, unless you like see, and that's where Duke that did the Batman kind of screwing up. He kind of screwing things up for James Gunn, because if that movie had came out this year and it was the one superhero movie, even if it was Batman and we can kind of anticipate it, if that was the one movie that got like, let's look at if it got like Jurassic World Rebirth numbers, which was at 868 million. That's going to give DC as a branch within Warner Brothers a lot more fighting power. But they don't have anything. If let's say Supergirl come out and Supergirl is at the same level, the same box office numbers as The Conjuring Last Rites, which was at 494 million. That's not even bad, but it just might not be good enough for you to have that leverage, to be like, yeah, no, we need to come into the new, whatever you're doing with the acquisition, we need to come into the fold too. You just don't even have that voice, if at least that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
So it, to me, yeah, no, it may be a hot take, but I feel like we might get the Clayface, and as soon as it's about to come out, they say, well, acquisition is complete. We have announced that we are no longer going forward with any of the content. Maybe Clayface will be last. They would just kind of get that out there since it's so close to being out anyways. What did that happen with something else? I can't remember what, but it was another DC movie. One of the movies just came out even though we knew that everything after it was going to be canceled. That was during the Zack Snyder phase, right at the end.
Mm-hmm.
I can't
the
think what
Black
it
Adam
was.
joint.
That's what it was. Yeah. So Black Adam, they knew it's like, this is not having a future, but we already far enough done with it. So here you go. I can see that being Clayface in this case.
Yeah.
It's crazy, bro. It's like history repeating itself.
Only DC. Nonetheless, yeah, Zootopia animated films are just on the rise. It's just no stopping them at this point in time. The quicker companies and studios figure that out and invest a considerable amount of money towards it, the better things will be in the long run for us. Nonetheless, let's go over these quick Marvel topics real quick. We got some news about Marvel Studios and who they are approaching for the actress to play Storm in the rebooted MCU.
I don't know if we know
Supposedly-
that though, Sage.
What?
We just know that they have been approached regarding the X-Men reboot. I don't know. Now, yes, the obvious answer would be Storm. 100% this is Storm.
Mhm.
But like, they haven't said that. It could be for a completely different character.
It could be
that's
for
not
different
Storm.
characters. Okay, I get what you're saying now. So it could be for somebody else. What we're expecting though
Yeah.
is Storm, based off of these women's profile, these actresses' profiles that they have. Most of them, if not all of them, are darker skinned, tall, have the figure. I believe have the acting chops as well. I'm not too familiar with Kirby Howell-Baptiste, but I have seen Jodie Turner-Smith in the what's that black movie? What's that black body
Queen
and
of
Clyde
Slim.
joint?
Queen and Slim.
Queen and Slim.
Oh,
and Slim. I did see her in that one, and she was pretty good in that one. I'm also throwing in a name in the pot. I'm gonna say this is for Storm. I'm just assuming. I don't know if there's any other black actresses or black comic superheroes, black women comic superheroes in Marvel. If I'm
I
not
hope they
mistaken,
cast her, if not Storm, Mystique or something.
Black Cat would be crazy too. Mystique would be crazy.
I saw
too.
that. I saw
Mhm.
some people say that these castings could potentially be for Mystique.
Mystique. Okay, I can see that as well. That would be fire. Thank you, Derek. That would be fire as well.
Gentlemen, I'm not gonna lie, I have been slacking. We did have two chats from our YouTube side. One saying I'm not the biggest James Gunn believer, but I don't think he should let go yet. And then he said Brightburn was buns.
Oh, it was. Bud.
Yeah, it
But it
absolutely
wasn't-
was.
It was cool.
But it was a different.
The idea was
to D's
interesting.
point, yeah, it was different for what we typically get with James Gunn.
My thing is, I
Idea was
enjoyed it for
interesting.
what it was. We actually got to see a Superman. I
T.
said for what it was. I gave it a 6
We could
out
have
of
got
10.
that with Zack Snyder.
6 out of 10. I gave it a 6
We
out of
coulda
10.
got
It's
that with
not.
Zack Snyder.
It's not great. It was surely was not amazing. But to actually see like an evil Superman and as a child, I was like, okay, you piqued my interest. I liked it for what it was. I left it at that.
Who we have on the screen. Appreciate y'all for chatting as well.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Please
sir.
make sure y'all keep the comments up. If y'all agree with us, if y'all don't agree with us, please let us know. I also forgot, please hit that like, comment, and subscribe button as well, and that noti bell so that y'all stay up to date with all of our lives and any content that we produce as well. All right. On the screen right now, I think we have Kirby Howell-Baptiste, if I'm not mistaken. And then if you go to the right one, you got the Jodie Turner-Smith. Not the best of pictures, but this is for her Tron Legacy
Could see
role
her
that
as
she
Mystique,
played.
right? Just from this.
You can see her. I could also really see her as Storm, man. I could really
Yeah,
see
I
her
can
as
see Storm too. Absolutely.
I'm also throwing a name in the pot as well, Jamie Lawson. The actress from Sinners, Pearline. Obviously, we know what's his name. Ryan Coogler directed that, wrote and directed that film. He already has ties with Marvel. Black Panther already has ties with Storm. And I'm pretty sure Ryan Coogler has been wanting to tap into that story for quite some time. Why not use an actress that he's already accustomed to as well?
Oh, was she in? Was she
She was Pearline, the black girl.
that was with the singer?
She said,
Yeah.
Sammy, I walked over here. Don't go down on me. He said, I don't give a damn.
I don't blame Sammy.
That thing could be marinating. That thing was marinating for hours. And she was married too.
So VDM 296 also said Kirby would be good in Marvel. She was dope as death in The Sandman.
Oh, that's who that is. Yeah, that's my favorite right now. That's my favorite. Dude, the Netflix Sandman. Dude, she smoked that role.
Wait, not Jodie Turner-Smith, right? It was the other girl. Kirby.
The Kirby. Yeah, she smoked that role. Yeah, 100%. In terms of acting chops, yeah, she's got it, to answer your question, Sage.
I think most of them, if not all three of these actresses, have considerable acting chops. The only difference is Kirby and Jodie Turner-Smith are both in their later 30s. And if we're taking what Marvel is saying at face value, or these sources, what they're saying at face value, is that these X-Men characters are going to be more so on the younger side. And I'm generally considering or assuming that a lot of the other characters that they recast will be on the younger side for the superheroes that they're recasting, such as Iron Man, such as a Steve, obviously, so that they can use these actors or actresses for longer, such as a Sadie Sink, who might have a bigger role or anything.
We are unsure what she is, but yeah.
Yeah, but they're going on the younger side because obviously they got to find people to retake up these mantles.
Yes.
They've realized right now you need to have Iron Man, you need to have a Captain America of some sort or fashion. They don't necessarily have to be the beating points of the next universe, but you have to have those characters in there. It's just easier a dynamic to pull off with Iron Man and Captain America involved in the Avengers. Nonetheless,
I like this Cyclops that they got for Doomsday, but I don't want him in. I don't want him in the new. Yeah, I don't want him in the new.
They recasted him.
He's the definitely gonna recast his old ass.
Yeah. But if I'm going with those leaks and those leakers, and I'm pretty sure Kevin Feige has even talked about this, that they want to go with a younger approach. I would assume that Jamie Lawson might be the top tier, even though she doesn't have the stature of Jodie Turner-Thompson, who is 5'9". Jamie Lawson, they could still do. I mean, what is it?
Halle Berry wasn't tall either, though.
Robert Downey Jr. is short as hell, and they make him
in
feel.
The air.
They make him feel. We don't even care about his height in the movies because his acting is so good as Iron Man. Like, he just leaves you so immersed. You're like, I don't care if this nigga is 5'3". He's still Iron Man. He's still packing the punch in that suit, my nigga. So, it really, all three of them are good, are great choices. I don't know who to pick. I probably recency bias for Sinners. Tron Ares, I didn't peep that. I don't know how Jodie Turner-Smith did in that one. I haven't really tapped into Kirby Baptiste's movies.
Well, I'm gonna say this: Kirby Howell-Baptiste, if she played Death and Storm and Sandman, then that means that she already has had exposure and playing in a superhero / comic book role.
Okay.
Because it's Sandman from like DC. That's what Sandman is. So like it's Death from DC. Like they operate differently than Marvel, but still being able to play a character in that role, that might be something that will put Kirby at the top of the list for that character, for Storm, for the simple fact that the experience in a role similar to it is there.
I'm curious. Also, Jamie Lawson was also the mayor in the Penguin series that Matt Reeves just did.
Oh,
She was in that movie
okay.
too, the Batman.
Yep. She was in the movie too. So she's also had. I'm curious if any of these actresses have had like formal knowledge in the comics outside of their roles. Like, are they actual comic book? Damn, nigga.
Have they tapped into Jamie Lawson at all?
What was
Like,
that?
is there any rumor? I don't know what
What was that
happened.
noise?
Don't worry about that.
Would know it.
Oh, he said, "Don't worry about it."
Don't
Don't worry about it.
That shit scared the hell out of me.
it.
I don't know if they're actual like comic book nerds, but like you said, Katie Baptiste, is that her name? Kirby Baptiste.
Kirby.
Kirby,
Yeah.
And Jamie Lawson seem to both have reprised or played comic book characters in some form or fashion. So that's giving me the up right there in comparison to Jodie Turner-Smith, even though she is. All three of them would look good playing Storm, and will probably do a phenomenal job. It's just which character is going to be able to better ingratiate themselves with the X-Men as a whole.
Yeah.
Got to get an actress to be able to demand attention at the same time while so many other characters are demanding attention in that same facet, because that's what Storm is.
Yeah.
That's who Storm
But
is.
I feel like all three of these characters, or excuse me, all three of these actresses, like, are capable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
More than capable.
Like they yeah, more than capable, absolutely. So like I wouldn't be mad any way that it really go between these three.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And they all have that that underlying just feminine prowess. Where they can captivate, because like, let's be honest here, this is Hollywood. We're not gonna get political, but this is business at the end of the day. When corporations are coming to the table with the type of people or type of actresses they want to use, if they're going for like oddly enough, a Captain Marvel, obviously I guess they didn't do too good of a job for the fan base that they were going for, and the fan base let Marvel know with their pockets more so than anything. It was like, we wanted Captain Marvel to be fine. We didn't want her to be like this. And I don't even think that Brie Larson don't look too bad, to be honest with you. But the fan base, that was not tailored to the fan base. They need to find somebody. I know it's bad. I know it's because of the society that we live in. But this is how this is where they want the money. If Marvel is smart, they're going to find one of these three women, because they also have the feminine prowess to be able to pull off the male gaze per se.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly, as it's built.
Emma Frost is the one where it's like they really better take their time
They
with that,
need to go
because
crazy,
our couch potato fan base is not letting just anybody in for Emma Stone.
Yeah,
you fighting a battle.
When they did Gwen Stacy and they did Emma Stone for Gwen Stacy, I was like, hold on now. This ain't the one.
But like, people could let that one go. Emma Stone is like, or not Emma Stone, but Emma Frost with the X-Men is like comic royalty to a lot of these nerds. So you can't just get anybody. Yes, but you can't just get anybody. You can't just get anybody for that.
Would y'all be okay with them racially changing Emma Frost?
No.
You going listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, they might burn the studio down. They might burn Marvel. That ain't good.
Comic book stores shut down in protest.
Yes, you can't mess with Emma Frost.
This is like making Goku.
They did it. Oh well, they did change Goku.
Well, still
Dragon Ball Evolution.
You would not like, bro. Like, I don't know. Goku's they clearly Asian or whatever. I think in Dragon Ball Z, but you can't take.
Yeah, you can't do it.
Hair, blue eyes, cleavage showing, dressed like God knows what, and she turns into diamonds and be like, you know what? We gonna cast the brat as a. They gonna target every black person in the street.
What about
It's gonna feel like 1962. You do that, bro. You can't. Don't
about-
mess with Emma Frost, bro.
Yo.
I promise. Don't do
Who
it. D
who
not
the-
wrong.
Who the shawty that played Harley Quinn?
Perfect.
Margot Robbie.
Margot.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Margot Robbie. I just thought about it. I feel like she would go crazy as Emma Frost. Either her or Rogue. One of the two.
I hate this. I hate this, but I'm not gonna lie to you because of the appeal that she has with a lot of men that's kind of in this category.
Mhm.
I see Sydney Sweeney. But I don't like it. I don't like
yeah,
it.
we'll do it. I thought about that
I just
too,
don't
but
like
she don't,
it,
she
but
don't
I
nearly
can
have the
see it.
acting prowess. She don't nearly.
That's
have
what
the
I
acting
think.
prowess.
That's my whole thing.
She don't have the same eye catching beauty as Margot Robbie. You see her, the big teeth, the big
I was thinking
eyes,
about
like,
that too.
That's Emma Frost. Next to Sydney Sweeney, like I guess her physique, but no, she don't have the
They
classic
went-
flaw of Emma Frost.
Yo, in that First Class movie,
Vanessa
they
Kirby
went.
could
They
do, Emma Frost.
yeah.
Invisible
That's
Woman.
yeah. She would be. You right. I know exactly what you hitting on, and you not wrong at all. She gotta hit like a. You gotta hit somebody who just kind of has like this like they stop, like you stop to look at them almost gaze. You stop to look at Sydney Sweeney, but you stop and look at Sydney Sweeney for another reason. It ain't the aura of the person. Yeah, it ain't. You need that, or you need somebody with that aura like Margot Robbie.
That's a great description because Margot Robbie, it looks like she spews it, like it's a part of her.
Yeah.
Like once you get in her presence, you like, damn. Like even you could feel her presence on the screen, and you like, damn. Like as Harley Quinn, I was like, hey, she a pretty good. Like she's really acting her ass off to play this fucking role.
Yeah.
And she got that feminine prowess, man. She'd be a great Emma Frost. Now, who would be Rogue though if she's Emma Frost?
They gonna
We all
cast
over the
somebody
place.
as Rogue. It's gonna be somebody like
I was thinking about the shawty 11 from Stranger Things. I can't remember her name.
God, I don't know what girl name.
I know
I was
Millie
thinking-
Bobby Brown.
Millie
Yeah.
Bobby
But-
Brown.
If Shorty, I think Rogue gonna be some. Let me not say dirty, but they're gonna have Rogue be on some Gambit shit.
Damn, you think Gambit gonna be dirty then?
No, I'm talking about like as far as like accent wise and the way they talk.
Oh,
They do not want no blonde haired, blue eyed woman talking like no swamp donkey. They gonna have to.
I
cast-
can't
they should've
see
kept the
Millie
silver-
Bobby Brown as Rogue, bro.
Yeah, no.
Yo, I ain't gonna hold you. A lot of the like
Easy.
aesthetics of the like, and it's a little unfair. It is. I'm not going. I completely acknowledge this, that it is unfair. But like they be having some knockouts in comic books for these female characters, and it's like like you're not Rogue. You're not ugly, but you're not Rogue.
Yeah.
But still, though,
Like,
comic book you want them to look a certain way. Like I can't be like, oh, it's unfair that they draw the women this way. Like you see how they draw Luke Cage and Blade. No one has ever said, oh my God, it's unfair Kenan Thompson can't play Blade.
Oh my goodness!
Exactly.
People.
Well, I'm just being serious. Like,
But
Blade,
it's a
bro,
it's
you
a
look at
good point.
How these people are built, how they look. Like what dude in their late 40s still got a full hairline, or their late 30s like Jon Stewart? You know, like well built. Like it's a certain aesthetic you need for a superhero. Like
Yo,
If
Margot
you really
Robbie
want
for
to do it.
females hits that. Henry Cavill hits that for male. He just looks like a like he matches the things that male superheroes fit. He just does.
Pull up this picture of Millie Bobby Brown. Tell me she can't play a younger version of Rogue. Tell me.
I don't like it. I
I just
did.
put it.
What did
I
you
just put it in there. I just
Put
sent
it
it in the Discord chat.
Can you put it in the Google notes? It makes it easier for me to pull it up without having to check.
Nah, you actually might be right because Rogue ain't.
Rogue is not like she's not the craziest. I don't want to
Oh,
be
I'm
rude
thinking,
or anything, but she's not the craziest looker in the Marvel comics.
They said
She-
Elizabeth Gillies, and I'm 100% on board with that.
Elizabeth Gillies.
So-
Who's Elizabeth Gillies?
Look her up.
Let me
I hope
look
she's
it.
a
Look at me
regular
look
actress
up.
because I don't want to have no shit pop up on my computer.
Yeah, Elizabeth.
Yeah,
Gillies.
like I could see this
see
this
Elizabeth
lady
Gillies,
more.
I don't know
Elizabeth who?
her.
Wait, is
accent.
this one? Is
She's
what type of
she's
actress is
32
this?
though. That's the only
She's just
downside.
okay. She
Elizabeth.
Low
Yeah,
key,
she's
I thought the shorty
older.
that played Silver
D.
Surfer was gonna be Rogue.
Elizabeth who?
Oh, Gillies.
What's the girl name that played Ruth Langmore? Julia Gardner. She got that accent
Yeah.
down, boy.
yeah.
Okay.
They said, "No, you gonna be the silver one."
Yeah. I mean, they could kind of switch that up, though. I mean, if they willing to bring
If
her
it's a
back.
reset,
I'm pretty
absolutely
sure
could
they're
happen.
going with the male version of Silver Surfer once the reset
I'm
happens,
trying to
and
imagine.
that makes sense.
Yo, he said, VDM said, F no, I keep Sydney away.
Yeah, Cindy can't touch none of this shit. Absolutely.
Yeah, nah,
Sydney
dude. Like
like
I
Emma
don't.
Frost.
Wasn't she in
Honestly, I'm with the agreements on that because of the point that Sage made. I just don't think that you need to be pulling somebody like, dude, Marvel, especially Marvel, needs to be pulling in like heavy hitting acting ability people. Like that's
Me
what
too.
they need, and I just don't think Sydney Sweeney has that. Margot Robbie, yes.
You know who we could have been casting in some of these movies? What's Shorty's name from Bridge to Terabithia? Anna Sophia Robb. I don't know if y'all know who I'm talking about, but a pog, if you will. Real life.
I want to comment. I just want to comment on the casting.
This nigga couldn't help
Bro.
himself.
But now hear me out. What does an actress like this fit better for like a Ileana Rasputin?
Talking about Magic?
Yeah.
They need to keep that weird shorty they got already as Magic. For real.
What?
The
Huh?
girl
Who they
from
got?
What? Who?
Anna Taylor Smith. Anna Taylor. Anna.
They have somebody. They have somebody
VDM
as.
said, D on some freaky-ish today, LOL.
Who? Wait, who's cast as Magic? What you talking about?
In New Mutants, they had what's the girl name with them eyes?
Oh yeah, no, that chick looked just like Magic. I'm looking at her now. You're right. Her name is Anna Taylor.
Anna Taylor-Joy.
Yeah, she looks just yeah.
Oh yeah, that works. Okay, I can
Mhm.
see that.
If they
can see that.
can, I would say shit. Keep her and Michael Fassbender as Magneto.
Yes, please, 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 please,
But
and
they
keep
too old.
who is the
McAvoy.
actor for Quicksilver too? Keep him too. Yeah, still
He's
didn't
young
use
enough,
him.
I feel like, or at
Yeah,
least
Get that
looks
nigga,
it.
Get that nigga up out of my X-Men.
There, y'all good. Boom. Damn, you don't like him?
No.
I thought he was a great Quicksilver, especially in Days of Future Past. I thought he was a great Quicksilver.
I didn't hate him as Quicksilver. If you want somebody who's more, well, here's the thing though. To D's point, if we trying to get back on the realm of the comics with this reset, and we using the mutants as the template to do that, if Wanda is in this MCU considered a mutant, which I believe that's what everything has been kind of hitting towards.
Time out. One thing. Y'all said David Fassbender as Quicksilver. What?
Michael
No,
Fassbender
Michael
as
Fassbender.
Magneto.
Oh, I was about to say because Quicksilver was played by Evan Peters. Like, don't disrespect
Yeah,
him.
Evan
but that's the
Peters.
thing. Does
is
Evan
a beast
Peters?
with his craft? He's a beast with his craft.
No, let me see.
Yeah, I just didn't like how they had him in Apocalypse, but I guess they could keep a few people. But
Yeah,
if they do a
great.
full reboot, they got to.
Honestly,
I feel like that's probably
I would
just a
I would
story.
be because my thing is I like how they used him as Quicksilver in the WandaVision. I actually enjoyed him as that like Quicksilver, but we're not. I don't think we're actually will ever get him back as Quicksilver. I think that was just like a callback.
A one-time thing.
Yeah.
They do, because I'm looking at this picture back from the WandaVision show. I wanted to just see how they look next to each other, and they do look like the ages are appropriate and everything, stuff like that. Like they don't look goofy next to each other. They look like they would be siblings or could be siblings. So I don't hate it. But I do think they're gonna end up going with some suave looking dude to be her brother.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like how the comic book version look. I feel like that's what they would go with, is a guy that looked more like the comic books.
Hey, whatever they is, they got some brewing, because they got us talking about who potentially they could find as these actors and actresses. But hopefully we see one of those beautiful women on the big screen playing some of our favorite characters that we know and love. Nonetheless, let's get back to this final topic. We're keeping it in the Marvel realm, and we got that Spider-Man Brand New Day villain. We got some more speculation, some more rumors, some more stuff. So if you aren't interested in that, they could potentially be spoilers. We don't know though. Just take it with a grain of salt as well. And let's see what this video is doing for us.
Oh, Red, thank you coming through with the subscription. Appreciate you, big dog.
Appreciate you as
Appreciate
always,
you.
DJ Code Red.
Yes,
One of
sir.
our top viewers in the Squad Nero podcast. Clap it up one time for Code Red, man, real quick.
Looking for that joint. Damn.
Appreciate you, dog. Appreciate you, dog.
All right, y'all ready for the vid?
Yes, sir.
Oh, this man out here gifting. Appreciate you,
OD.
big dog.
OD. Appreciate you
Gifting out-
again.
Gifting
Appreciate
out them tier
you.
1 subs. This man must have had a big deal on his latest job, though.
Yeah.
My guy.
He pushing the button, no cap. Pause if that's needed. My bad. My bad. All right, let's go.
Wow.
The big
He
bad
said it and
Spider-Man
immediately he was
Brand
like,
New
"Oh,
Day
my
has
fault."
yet to be revealed, but it is pretty
Happy
clear that
holidays
it is
to you,
going to
big
be
dog.
Venom, and I have the receipt.
Happy
to
holidays.
prove it. Hey, welcome
Happy
back
holidays,
to Screen
dog.
Crush. I'm Colton Ogburn, and I was sitting at my desk working on yet another Doctor Doom video when I had an epiphany. Venom is the most obvious candidate to be the secret villain for Spider-Man Brand New Day. And Spider-Man No Way Home, Venom The Last Dance, and some set images from Brand New Day prove it. Let me explain. So, we know that Brand New Day picks up with Peter living his life as essentially a blank slate following the events of Spider-Man No Way Home, where no one remembers who Peter Parker is. And in many ways, Peter Parker no longer exists, and Spider-Man is really all that is left. So, we're no doubt going to see Peter struggling with this new reality, maybe making some new friends, or struggling to do so, and he's trying to balance work and school and being Spider-Man. I think it's going to be very Spider-Man 2 coded, especially as we are transitioning into a story for Tom Holland's Spider-Man that is now actually about an adult Spider-Man. Now, we know from Daredevil Born Again that Mayor Fisk, aka Kingpin, is cracking down on vigilantes in New York, and he has even done some trash talking of the guy in the spider costume.
Or a man who dresses in a spider outfit.
We also know that the Daredevil Born Again team, who's working on season 2 of that show, is in communication with the team that is making Spider-Man Brand New Day, so we can expect to see some crossover there. Now, Spider-Man will no doubt be affected by this new crackdown, and we are going to be seeing him cross paths with Frank Castle's Punisher, who is also on a warpath against Fisk. Now, while we are likely to see a brief conflict between Spider-Man and the Punisher and their dueling philosophies, they will eventually join forces to take on whoever the villain of this film ultimately is. The Hulk. No, I don't think it's going to be Hulk, but yes, Hulk is in the movie. I just think that the Hulk of it all will likely be resolved in the first act of the film, leaving room for the Black Suit story and Venom. Let me explain. My assumption on Hulk's role in the film is that Bruce Banner, who has tamed his inner beast, will be exploited in some way by Fisk, which will cause the Rage Hulk to return and tear up the city, and in turn that will help Fisk and the Poles as he argues that vigilantes and superpowered people are dangerous. So while I do think that we are totally going to see Spider-Man have to fight the Hulk, I don't know that Hulk will have a huge role in the film or serve as like the main villain of the film. In fact, really, I think this is just a few things. One, they want to be able to market, hey, Hulk is in a Spider-Man movie, and if he's just in the first act, they can probably really show a lot of Hulk stuff in the trailers, which, yes, that'll get people excited. We've never seen Hulk and Spider-Man interact on the big screen. But But also with them not being able to make Hulk movies, and with them having always told Hulk's story in the MCU through other films, this could serve as a good chance to tell a piece of that story and how the Rage Hulk will finally return, and how he will come back into play in future films such as Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. And guys, if Rage Hulk comes back after having essentially been suppressed out of existence by Bruce Banner, he is going to be pissed. So in Brand New Day, we may see Spider-Man and Punisher team up, and they may be able to beat the Hulk, albeit temporarily, and then we could see a scene like pulled directly from the comics where we see Hulk launched into space as he is too dangerous to be kept on Earth. In the comics, it was the Illuminati who does that, but in the movie, it could be maybe Mayor Fisk and like the White House who work together to make that happen, and we may even see them ship off his son and She-Hulk as well. And that could set the stage for a really cool World War Hulk movie told in like the next phase of the MCU. And you know, Spider-Man is a rare character that can appeal to so many generations because everyone has their own version of Spider-Man. I grew up with Toby, others grew up with Andrew, Tom, or even Miles, so the character, it has this unique ability to tell new stories that also feel nostalgic. And nostalgia is a potent, comforting thing, especially when you connect memories to different scents. Like one of my favorite childhood memories was going to my grandma's house that always smelled like old treated wood and a stone fireplace. And the other day, I found a fragrance that smells exactly like that. It's called Jet Black.
Oh, skip it, skip it, skip it.
Michael Malul, and it is made
Ain't
with
gonna get us.
What do you mean?
It's just an ad.
It's like lavender, toffee.
He set that up so smooth. He was like, you know
Zipper,
what? Let me
well,
tell you a little bit about
but Hulk's entire
Christmas.
character, it really is a study of the teetering between
He
your
said, "I
vengeful
does
side and your
this."
sympathetic side. Punisher is a character that explores those themes as well, and that is why the Punisher and the Hulk are both great auxiliary characters for this film, because Peter is about to find himself in the same predicament,
Go Red.
especially
They
when he is
be
faced
trying
with the
to sneak their
temptations
stuff
of
on
the
us
black
and
suit. Now,
try
the
to
two
avoid it.
villains that we know for a fact are in this
dude.
movie are Scorpion and Tombstone. Matt Gargan's Scorpion being played by Nacho Varga himself, who played him in Spider-Man Homecoming, and who we know has a thirst for blood when it comes to the spider.
I've got some boys on the outside who would love to meet him. You know, take a picture, slice his throat, put his head in a dryer.
As for Tombstone, he is actually being played in live action by the same guy that voices him in the animated Spider-Verse films. Now, I think these two are going to be working for Mayor Fisk as a part of his metahuman task force of villains that take down vigilantes, the same task force that these crooked cops tried to recruit Punisher to in Born Again.
It'd be an honor to serve with you, Frank.
You're a bunch of clowns, you know that?
Now, we've seen Scorpion and Tombstone both work for Kingpin in the Spider-Verse films, and there's comic precedent for this as well. I also think that it's likely that J. Jonah Jameson of the Daily Bugle InfoWars style show of the MCU, who, keep in mind, is a huge critic of superheroes and especially Spider-Man, I think that he will be in the pocket of Fisk and likely be serving as like the media arm of the Fisk administration, delivering fake news and pro-Fisk propaganda to try and convince the masses that Fisk is doing a good job. Now, in the comics, it was Jameson who hired Matt Gargan and gave him the Scorpion suit to take on Spider-Man, and I think it could be Jameson who convinces Fisk that Matt Gargan is the guy they need on the task force, and we could then see Fisk pardon Gargan and get him out of prison. But instead of being gifted with a mechanized Scorpion suit, we will learn that Jameson, the conspiracy theorist, will actually have gotten his hands on an alien weapon from Mexico that he bought online. This alien specimen will be the same piece of Venom symbiote left behind in the MCU in the post-credit scene of Spider-Man No Way Home.
Hey, remind me what happened there again.
Sure. So Venom Let There Be Carnage, it came out right in the midst of the big marketing push for the upcoming Spider-Man No Way Home. And in the post-credit scene for Venom Let There Be Carnage, we learn that Venom is part of a multiversal hive mind of symbiotes, making him aware of Peter Parker and Spider-Man because other Venoms know Spider-Man. And this made Eddie and Venom subject to being pulled into the MCU as a result of Doctor Strange's spell to make people forget that Peter is Spider-Man. Now, the post-credit scene, it's awesome. We see Eddie and Venom get transported into the MCU, and on the TV, they see Spider-Man. It was a really dope scene that was teasing this long-awaited smackdown between Spider-Man and Venom. And we knew that No Way Home was on the way, and they were bringing in Lizard and Sandman and Green Goblin and Doc Ock and Electro. So it made sense that Venom would be there as the sixth member of a Sinister Six lineup to take on Spider-Man. But did that happen? No. Eddie and Venom, they aren't even in the fucking movie. They're in the post-credit scene for No Way Home, where we learn that they spent their entire time that they were in the MCU in a bar, and he's then sent back to his universe come the end of that scene, making it to where the whole tease from Venom 2 was teasing nothing at all. It was just a stunt to get more people to go see Venom Let There Be Carnage when they hear that there's Spider-Man post-credit scene, and as a way to get people even more excited for No Way Home with the prospect of Venom being in it. It was pathetic, and it was typical Sony bullshit.
Has to do with Spider-Man, I think.
And then, to add insult to injury, they retconned the whole thing in Venom The Last Dance. But who cares? Venom The Last Dance is not canon to the MCU, so they can just ignore that and focus on what was actually teased in the No Way Home post-credit scene, that being a piece of Venom was left behind in the MCU. And while I love what Tom Hardy did with Venom, and they gave us this funny, loving anti-hero Venom, in order to do the black suit story justice, this left behind piece of Venom is going to have to be a meaner, more villainous offspring of the symbiote. So here's the theory. What if we see Mayor Fisk assemble his villainous task force with heavy hitters like Tombstone and Matt Gargan, and Fisk ally, fellow Spider-Man hater J. Jonah Jameson will share with Gargan the alien goo that he got his hands on through some sketchy channels, and then Gargan will bond with the symbiote, and Gargan's influence on the form his symbiote will take will be inspired by his own fondness for scorpions. I mean, dude even has a scorpion tattoo, and the same way that Carnage is able to create axes and swords and has those tentacles coming out of his back, we will see Gargan's Venom have a scorpion tail just like in the comics. And guys, I'm not just pulling this out of my you-know-where. Scorpion actor Michael Mando has been sharing a lot of social media posts with images from the comics of Venom and Scorpion. So it's totally happening, and it's brilliant. This particular version of Scorpion has been stewing for years on his hatred for Spider-Man, following Spidey dropping a car on his face in Homecoming. And his hatred and revenge that he seeks on Spider-Man perfectly parallels the story and the themes of the Black Suit story. So we'll see Frank Castle Punisher there teaching Peter about how he's dealt with grief and feelings of revenge. We'll see the Hulk wanting revenge on Banner, and maybe even setting up his revenge on Earth in future installments. And we're gonna have Gargan, who is being influenced by the symbiote, seeking revenge on Spider-Man. And that will all lay the groundwork throughout the film for when Peter ultimately takes on the Black Suit. And hey guys, while I have you, I want to remind you to check out our merch store, screencrushmerch.com, where we have a post-credit scene. So what if, like in Infinity War, when Peter sees the Black Order arrive in New York, what if in the post-credit scene for Brand New Day, they set up Doomsday, or maybe not even in the post-credit scene, maybe in just the final moments of the film, we could see the Fantastic Four rocket entering the atmosphere like in Thunderbolts, and we could see Peter's spider sense go off. He sees the rocket coming in, so he decides to leap into action, but just as he's about to jump out the window, he recalls the last time he went to encounter a spaceship in New York. He wound up in deep space, and it was his Iron Spider suit that made it possible for him to do that. But Peter doesn't have that Iron Spider suit anymore. He's, traditional cloth suit, no bells or whistles Spider-Man now. And after a movie of Peter likely getting his ass handed to him a few times by Hulk and Venom, and him remembering his battles with Thanos, Peter would understandably feel nostalgic for a more advanced suit. So we could have the shot of him just turning his head, looking at the closet, and then we cut to an exterior shot of the city, and we see Black Suit Spider-Man swinging through the city, and that Fantastic Four rocket in the distance coming in. Yes. And guys, Doomsday, it is our first step towards Secret Wars, and Secret Wars in the comics is when Peter gets the Black Suit for the first time. So it is too perfect not to do it, and it would follow up great with that No Way Home post-credit scene, and actually make it to where that scene mattered. And while the Black Suit will totally come in handy, especially in a fight against Doctor Doom, I'm not so sure we're going to see Spidey do much fighting Doctor Doom until toward the end of Secret Wars. I could see Peter with the influence of the Black Suit and Doctor Doom looking like his old mentor, Tony Stark. That could result in Peter becoming sympathetic to Doom's argument for how to save the multiverse. And we could see Black Suit Spider-Man temporarily join Team Doom. But hey, those are just my thoughts and theories. I would love to hear yours down in the comments below. And don't forget to get 50.
Next, we are in Los Angeles, California.
How y'all feeling about that so far? I got a lot to say, but I'm gonna keep it brief. But how y'all feeling about that?
It sounds all good. It everything's laid out for it possibly, but I don't think we're gonna go that route because there's still a lot to do with the Hulk for one. So I don't think they're gonna pull that Venom Scorpion move. I don't see that. Um, we still don't know who the true Venom villain will be per se. Because you already going. How long is this movie going to be? Do you think?
I
'Cause
think they said the runtime. Hold on.
it should be 2.5 hours.
So
If
it'd be
you're
so essentially they will break it up into 3 acts is what I'm getting from this video.
yeah,
Like T said, that
but
is a lot though.
that's a lot.
This don't even sound grounded.
It really don't. You want
2
to
hours and 20 minutes.
shoot Hulk in the
Reports
space?
suggested 2 hours and 20 to 2 hours and 30. Nah, not shoot Hulk into space at this present point in time. Probably get the machinations going together to probably do that. But I mean, they could necessarily do that.
See, they won't do that unless they know they're in the future. They'll have the green light to make this Hulk movie from Universal. That's the only way
They
that
don't.
works.
No. They don't have to push it for a singular movie. Like the guy was saying in the video, they could sprinkle it throughout multiple projects like they did before, and then have it culminate to a bigger project where it's adding a whole bunch of individuals. So it's not just a Hulk movie per se. It could be Avengers, World War Hulk, or something
That
like
would be
that.
stale though, because we just saw him shot into space, and it's like in a Spider-Man movie, he shot into space. It's like
True.
Well, to your point of that, you could say the same. That's the kind of the same thing that I'm feeling with the whole Venom thing too. Is like Sony just had this close. Ultimately, all right. So even if we do have a black suit Spider-Man, Tom Holland's not going to be using him for more than a movie or two. Maybe at the ending of this movie and in Doomsday. Or excuse me, Secret Wars. That would be where he would be using that black suit. So it's not like the Venom symbiote just evaporates after he's used by Spider-Man. He's still then like you would be starting a whole new Venom saga over again, and they just closed the one. Now, granted, did they close that in anticipation of this? Possibly.
Technically, that shit don't got nothing to do with what Marvel is doing. Just like what.
Yeah, I know, but
video.
that's the thing is, and I get him saying that, and it is true. And yes, the story is there for them to weave Venom in this universe, but the like real world reality is like Sony is attached to Spider-Man, and so if anything were to happen beyond Tom Holland's Spider-Man with this Venom symbiote, it would be Sony essentially saying we about to do Venom again. And I just think unless they, I mean, yeah, technically you could, I guess, just have the symbiote get lost after Secret Wars. But like, what was the point of it?
I
then?
think he's gonna keep it throughout Secret Wars, and then I think he's gonna have it in his next film, and then he takes it off either midway or close to the end of that film, because at that point it is deteriorating his life and his social life to a severe degree that he's come to the realization. I think that's why they're trying to keep it true to the comics. So if you do that and then
yeah, but I hear you, but it's like, bro, people see that symbiote, they gonna want Venom. At some point, it's gonna just give you that itch for Venom. 2 movies, 2 full featured movies with a black suit Spider-Man that doesn't turn into anything else, kind of targeted towards Venom. I mean, you're right, you could do it.
And even
I don't know.
They could even tie the whole Black Suit storyline within Secret Wars as well. If what this guy's assumptions come out to be true, and Peter in his black suit is more susceptible to side with Doctor Doom, at some point in time, you would expect that black suit would have to come off in order for him to actually come to his senses and be like, "Hey, this shit isn't true." And I feel like that would be.
But at the same time, in his black suit, wouldn't he not be sympathetic though? Doesn't it make him more like aggressive and shit?
Okay, historically, but let me ask y'all this: if they changed it just for the sake of Wallace and Use with Tom Holland, if it were to be changed to just kind of have more of a relationship that will work for Tom Holland if they did extend this out for 2 movies? Would y'all be like, do you think fans would be mad at that? So this is
Wait.
essentially changed the same way that it was changed for Tom Holland, or excuse me, for Tom Hardy. The same way that Venom was changed for Tom Hardy, if they had a similar change for Tom Holland as Spider-Man.
What you mean change though?
We like the Venom, so the Eddie Brock Venom that we originally got, like this whole thing with Eddie Brock's Venom being like a team player and all of this and like humorous and all of that, that's more like recent comic book stuff. The Spider-Man, like and this is why I get why y'all saying it. The Spider-Man with the Venom symbiote that was a ruthless Venom at that point.
Yeah.
So when they did the Tom Hardy Venom, they leaned more so on the relationship that Venom has with Eddie Brock in the modern comics, not the original relationship that he had. So what I'm saying is, if they continued that but created a totally new narrative for Spider-Man's relationship with the Venom symbiote, do you think that's something that fans would be able to accept?
I think so, because I think Venom did so poorly for a specific reason. While he was talking about all of this stuff, I'm thinking of all the rumors and everything like that. Just based off of the rumors alone, we're already assuming that this will be a more gruesome Venom. If it becomes attached to Matt Gargan, we all know Matt Gargan is basically a sociopath in the comics and in this live action series. Especially how he talks about Spider-Man. So the symbiote will already attach or grow from those feelings. Imagine if the symbiote is in some way impacting the Hulk and him turning back into his savage form. Now you have the physique of Hulk, you have the abilities of Hulk possibly intertwined with the symbiote, or it's able to learn something. We know that Venom is usually a bigger, Brolier-esque figure. He's not usually that slim down version that we've seen in Spider-Man 3, Tobey Maguire, or anything like that. So it would kind of get his physique from that. And then it attaches itself to Spider-Man. By that time, at this point in time, it's only a little bit. It has to go from each host to be able to gain more and more energy and more mass, I guess, to be able to take over bigger targets, per se.
So,
and by the time it reaches, go ahead.
I was gonna say, Cole Red said he don't care what they do, just get Tom Holland out of here.
Man, I think Tom Holland might. I think these next 3 movies. A lot of people already say his first.
Is he wrapped up?
It's crazy. I think his next trilogy might. I think it will be the best when all is said and done, because of all the shit that they're trying to do. Nonetheless, if the Venom symbiote goes through all of those people, I think that it will have influence, especially from, like he said in the movie or in the video that we were just watching, the Hulk is going to be pissed after all of this time being dormant, all of this time being pushed to the back shelf. That Venom symbiote will also be influenced by that as well.
So he also stated he's a pack. He can't do movies without his girl. This man got no identity.
Damn.
Damn. Cole Red does not like Tom Holland.
Damn. His identity is Spider-Man, man. Just give him a chance. Just give him an opportunity. But I think that's what will happen, per se. Something along that lines. But if we get that, if it's going through all of those people and getting influenced by all of those people and then gets to Spider-Man, now you finish it up. Now he gets the web swinging aspects, or using the tendrils like webbing, like we are accustomed to see Venom using his powers and such. And now all it has to do is go to Eddie Brock after Spider-Man uses him, which I think will be the entirety of Secret Wars, if not the entirety of it. If not most. I
think like the path is there. The path is there. Even in the way that it was explained in that video, it's like, yeah, I see the path there for it. I just don't know. It's a lot already with this movie too. That's another thing that we ain't really, I think it was brought up, but we ain't really throw too much in consideration for, is like, bro, We got the Hulk, Punisher. We got Tombstone. We got Scorpion. In the video, the guy
Kingpin.
believes that Kingpin will play a role. We got Mr. Negative. We got whatever
We don't know if
Sadie
Mr.
Sink's
Negative is in there.
character. We don't know that for a fact yet. Okay.
Nah,
We
a lot
got
of people speculated it, but that's not cleared anymore.
nothing's been confirmed. Okay.
Yeah. We still don't
Okay.
know who the main villain is.
Okay. I mean, like, it's there. It's there. It is there. You could have a Venom that is kind of like taking advantage, being parasitic instead of symbiotic, and taking advantage of the characters that are able to allow him to grow larger in the MCU universe. Yeah, it's there, but I don't know. That just feel like a lot. It's a lot. So essentially, yeah, it'd be 3 arcs. It would be the first arc would be Hulk. By this, what the guy said in the video, the first act would be Hulk. The second act will, I guess, be like
Scorpion, possibly.
Maybe, or like the Tombstone element, or
That's it, yeah.
the Punisher element could even possibly be the middle part, the second act. And then the third act would be whatever is Venom and whatever Venom is influencing. So that could be Scorpion in this case. Yeah, I guess that's who it would have to be.
Sadie Sink's character, possibly, potentially.
Maybe, depending on who her character is. Yeah, that will have to be what the third arc is. Spider-Man wins at the end of the day. Then you get to that, because I'm not gonna hold you. The post-credit scene, it's not exactly how I thought it would happen, the way the guy described it, but that is essentially what I thought would happen at the end of this movie, is that there would be some mention or some segue to the symbiote, only because we know how, if we at least were following the comic books, how synonymous the black suit Spider-Man is to Secret Wars. That's why I was like, yeah, I kind of figured something would be there along the lines of Venom, but I just did not think that Venom in this case would be as involved in the movie as this scenario presents. I mean, it's there. Put it like this: if they go that route, it's all there. So
It
I
doesn't
can't
have
be
to
mad.
necessarily be Venom by name. It could still be like Scorpion using the symbiote, and the Venom symbiote just isn't that powerful at that point in time.
But it's something that Spider-Man captures.
Yeah.
And in some logical way is able to use by the time we get to Secret Wars. Yeah.
Or even Doomsday, because he might not be the Spider-Man that's.
I don't think he's gonna be in Doomsday.
Yeah, so
because we got Tobey Maguire, right?
Supposedly, yeah. But all right, though. Did y'all have any last statements or anything about that video we watched?
No.
All right. We appreciate y'all yet again. Hey, man, hopefully Tom Holland is able to prove DJ Code Red wrong. I hope. I think he will be able to in this next movie, hopefully.
Red ain't trying to hear it.
He not. Hopefully Destin Daniel Creighton has been in his damn comic books and been reading all the shit that he needs to, so they can prove DJ Code Red wrong. I'm rooting for you, Tom. All right, we appreciate y'all yet again. Before we go again, please make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. If y'all don't agree with what we're saying, if y'all have some other ideas or theories, hey, swing it all on over in the comment section. We also have a Discord as well. Link should be in the description in the description. Yeah, I already said that. I appreciate y'all yet again. Happy holidays. Y'all have a good rest of y'all week. All right, peace.
These dreams on the road to riches, focus on the ticket, maximize my means. It's like now I'm just trying to float. There's a couple holes up in this boat. Dose my mind just so I can grow. They focus on the dollar, feel like I'm a migrant, just touch a new eye.